To tell you the truth, I was incredibly nervous about meeting Mrs. Shepherd, the farmer's wife. But now that I'd met her, I knew that she was a very nice lady indeed. Well now, just look at you. Aren't you a little cutie? And so dutty. Don't you agree, Mr. Shepherd? The rotund Mrs. Shepherd gave me a little scratch between my furry ears and tickled me under my chin. Mr. Shepherd looked at me with a sombre expression on his wrinkly, weather-beaten face as he examined my teeth and eyes, much like he might inspect the inner workings of his tractor. He'll do. Mr. Shepherd was the kind of person who didn't say very much, but I could tell he had a warm heart, and in spite of his matter-of-fact, Auntie Gwaur gave me a wrinkled sniff as she looked me over, a rather intense expression on her face. Her once dark eyes were now cloudy white with cataracts. She might not have seen me all that well, but there was nothing wrong with her sense of smell, and she immediately recognised the familiar scent of her sister on me. Auntie Gwaur said.
I suppose you'll do. You're a bit smaller than I'd have liked, but you'll no doubt grow in time.
Oh, I will, I promised, remembering what Mother had told me about doing everything that Gwaur asked of me. I want to be the fright. Exactly what is a chicken, Auntie Gwaur? I asked, as Mr. Shepherd stopped to fiddle around with a stiff door bolt and a bucket of chicken feed. I'd heard a lot about these chicken creatures, but I wasn't sure what one looked like. My brother once told me that they could peck your eyes out and had sharp weapons called beaks and claws. I hoped he was joking since, well, like me, he'd never actually met a chicken before. But what if they were dangerous? What was I supposed to do when I finally met one up close, for real? Should I be worried?
A chicken, my dear boy.
It was ever so exciting having lambs in the house, and I was keen to learn as much as I could, so I rushed to Mrs. Shepherd's side, pushing my nose into her lap to see what the lambs on her knee smelt and looked like. It seemed impossible to tell one from the other. They looked identical. I whispered, not wanting to scare them. I'm Bo. I'm a sheepdog, and I'm ever so pleased to meet you. Blodwyn and Heddwyn opened their tiny eyes for a moment, and as I gave them a wash, something told me that we were going to be the greatest of friends. Patted her head. Something's not right, old girl. I just wish I knew what. Auntie Gwaur stood to attention and then dashed towards the flock of sheep, weaving between the individuals as she did her own checks. She ran quickly back to Mr. Shepherd and lay low on the ground.
Seren is missing. I can't see Seren anywhere,
she barked. Missing? I asked Auntie Gwaur. How can a sheep be missing? Why would one of the sheep run off when they have everything they need here? It doesn't make sense. I looked across at the sheep in the hilly field, suddenly aware that they were all very quiet. Not one of them was bleating, and that was why it felt so strange. Auntie Gwaur and Mr. Shepherd were right. Something was very wrong indeed.
It's nothing. Wyn was upset, that's all. Said I'd killed his wife. But I swear that I had nothing to do with her disappearance. We just went for a walk by the river and we talked. That was all it was.
Delith looked him in the eye.
I believe you, Meredith. Really, I do. But I can completely understand why the rest of the flock think it was you. I mean, you can't blame them. You were the last one to see her alive, after all, and you were seen leaving together and coming back alone. Doesn't take a genius to work that one out, does it?
What? You mean everyone thinks I did it? Wyn, I can understand, but why would everyone think it was me? I'm not a murderer.
Meredith dropped his head onto his feet.